This is Valley News Live at 10.
Minnesota State Patrol responds to a vehicle versus pedestrian accident just before 4:30 Friday afternoon in Bagley. The Ford Windstar, driven by 80-year-old Lamona Mae Martin of Bagley, was traveling north on Highway 92. And as she turned into the westbound lane on Highway 2, Martin's vehicle collided with the pedestrian, who was identified as 58-year-old Brenda Gabasick of Bagley, in the crosswalk. Now, Gabasick was sent to Sanford Bagley Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Alcohol was not involved in this incident. The Bagley Police, Fire, and Sanford Ambulance also responded to this incident. A West Fargo High School teacher resigns after meeting with the West Fargo Police Department. Now, a spokesperson with the school district says on Tuesday, February 2nd, law enforcement served a warrant to Ron Thompson, the teacher involved at Cheyenne and West Fargo high schools. After Thompson met with officers, he submitted his letter of resignation, effective immediately. The school board will take action on Thompson's release at their next meeting on Monday, February 8th. A letter has been sent to West Fargo High School's principal, asking staff to contact the administration immediately if Thompson reaches out to any staff or students. Let's go ahead and go over to forecaster Summer Snowblock to see what's going on tonight. Hey, Summer.
Hey, Brian, it was a bitterly cold day. I think that goes without saying. If you stepped foot outside, you know just how cold it was. Although the sun was shining and it didn't look so bad. But with the bitter cold temperatures and dangerously cold wind chills, we had raised first alert weather days for both today and tomorrow, because tomorrow's going to be equally cold, if not a little colder in some spots. Right now on satellite and radar, we have nothing to show. Skies are nice and clear across our entire region. We do have a wind chill warning and a wind chill advisory, both in effect not just until tomorrow afternoon, but until Tuesday afternoon at 12 o'clock. So, you know, it's going to be cold for quite some time. A look at our minimum temperatures from today, our actual air temperatures. It was 16 degrees below zero here in Fargo, 17 below in Grand Forks and in Hallock, 18 below in Cavalier, 22 degrees below zero, the actual air temperature in Langdon and in Rolla. But factor in the wind chill, it felt like 54 below in Rolla, 51 below in Langdon, 49 below in Harvey. Many areas, it felt like the 40s below zero, including 42 below in Grand Forks and 38 degrees below zero, the wind chill factor this morning in Fargo. And it's going to be just as cold, if not colder in some spots as we're waking up tomorrow morning. I'll let you know when the coldest day of the week will be coming up in just a little bit.
It already feels like the coldest day of the week is today, but we'll we'll stay tuned with you to see what happens next. Thanks, Summer. Well, the father of mothers in Fargo Blues Fest, Danny Allen Bradell, passes away. Now, according to the mother's Facebook page, Bradell passed away at the age of 73 on Friday at Sanford Medical Center. Visitation will go from 1 to 2 in the afternoon on Friday, February 12th, followed by a memorial service at 2 in the afternoon at Bolger's Funeral Home in Fargo. The service will be live streamed on the funeral home's website. Governor Tim Walz is deploying the Minnesota National Guard for potential civil unrest during the trials of the former Minneapolis officers charged in the death of George Floyd. Now, they would serve during the trial of Derek Chauvin, which is scheduled to be on March 8th, and then they'll be around for the trial of the other 3 officers that's scheduled for August. Well, it's clear that human traffickers focus on large events like the Super Bowl, but the police would like to remind you that trafficking happens every day. In North Dakota, Sergeant Michael Bolme says there are dozens of women working as prostitutes, many of them juveniles or runaways. He says the sex workers operate a circuit.
And basically they'll be in Bismarck a couple days and then go to Dickinson and then up to Minot and Watford and even like Beulah, those smaller towns. And it's simply just for the money. They know there's customers here.
Bolme says the police department is consistently keeping an eye on websites where transactions for trafficking are known to occur. He advises parents to also stay engaged with their children, and if you suspect somebody is in a bad situation, contact your local law enforcement. The North Dakota Department of Health is changing their COVID-19 hotline hours. Starting today, the hotline will no longer take calls on Saturdays. You can still reach out to the hotline from 8 in the morning to 5 in the afternoons, Monday through Friday. Rapid coronavirus breath tests are set to roll out in the Netherlands. Starting this week, testing facilities in Amsterdam will introduce a breath test called Spironose. The machine works similarly to a breath test alcohol test. A person simply breathes into the machine, which can detect a coronavirus infection within minutes. Health experts say the machine is more reliable in detecting a negative test. A positive test should be followed up with a nasal swab test. Well, many weddings have been canceled due to the pandemic, but at a Madrid hospital, it was the coronavirus that provided the push for 2 COVID-19 patients to get married. Now, 62-year-old Rosario was admitted to the hospital together with her 70-year-old partner, Fernando, some 10 days ago after they both fell ill with the virus. Shortly after being admitted, Fernando popped the big question to Rosario via a WhatsApp message. The pair had been separated for treatment in different units of the facility, with Fernando being in worse condition than Rosario. And so, the wedding took place there and then with a priest officiating via video call. Nurses and doctors applauded as they kissed and placed rings on each other's hands. Fernando in bed and Rosario in a wheelchair beside him. Have you signed up for the VNO Vaccine Tracker? It's a great way to stay on top of the latest vaccine information. You can access national and local resources in just 2 easy steps. Just open your phone camera and point it at the QR code on your screen. Then tap the link that pops up.
It is bone-chilling cold out there, and it looks like there might not be an end in sight, at least within not the next 7 days. I'll let you know how to stay safe and warm during the next week.